The Hinakami Kagura, aka sun-breathing, is one of the biggest mysteries in Demon Slayer. The original, most powerful breathing technique was once wielded by a man whose encounter with Muzan Kibutsuji still terrifies the progenitor of demons. Tanjiro Kamado is the only living user of the Hinakami Kagura, but unlike the water-breathing he was taught by former Hashirasa Kanjiro Kadaki, Tanjiro learned sun-breathing from his and Nezuko's late father, Tanjuro Kamado. So the question now is, what happened to Tanjiro's dad, Tanjuro Kamado? And why was a charcoal burner living on a mountain a master of the most powerful version of the breathing styles used by the Demon Slayer Corps? Was Tanjiro's dad a Demon Slayer? Tanjiro Kamado was assuredly not a Demon Slayer, considering the family keeps records that denote the Kamados as charcoal burners going back several generations. Unlike the Rengoku family who form a dynasty of Demon Slayers, the Kamados did not even know demons existed until the fateful night that Kibutsuji happened upon their home and slaughtered them all. Though Tanjiro was not a demon slayer, Muzan is fortunate that he had already passed away when the villain attacked the Kamados, as Tanjiro was a master of the very sun-breathing he dreads so much. Tanjiro passed away from an illness sometime before the events of Chapter/Episode 1 of Demon Slayer. Tanjiro remembers his father as a gentle, frail man who would dance the Hinakami Kagura every year, even as his health began to decline. The Hinakami Kagura and sun-breathing are one and the same, yet Tanjiro did not use it to kill demons, but rather as a ritualistic dance and form of prayer to ward off injuries from the fire they worked with as coal burners. Tanjiro noted that his father could perform the Hinakami dance throughout the entire night, even in the bitter cold and suffering from his illness without growing the least bit weary. It's unclear how much, if anything, Tanjiro knew about demons or the Demon Slayer Corps, but he did know about breathing techniques. When a young Tanjiro questioned how his father could do the Hinakami Kagura all night without getting cold or tired, Tanjiro answered that there is a certain way to breathe to ensure one never grows weary. Yet for a long time, Tanjiro couldn't perform the Hinakami Kagura with breathing techniques without exhausting himself after a single move. Tanjiro's father may be gone, but his presence lives on, Tanjiro's influence on Demon Slayers through his relationship with his son, as it's unclear how much Nezuko remembers of him. He seemed to be grooming Tanjiro to be his heir and passing down the Hinakami Kagura. In a flashback during the manga's yet-to-be-animated Infinity Castle arc, mere weeks before Tanjiro died, he took Tanjiro into the woods to confront a large bear that had eaten several people nearby. Tanjiro was awed that his father knew the bear was there, even though it hadn't rung the alarm bells they strung up. With a hand axe far too small to be of any use against such a large animal, Tanjiro decapitated the bear in the blink of an eye. So, not only could Tanjiro use his mastery of the Hinakami Kagura for his dance, but he was also an excellent warrior despite his poor health. Tanjiro Kamado bore a mark on his head similar to Tanjiro's own scar, identifying Tanjiro as a chosen wielder of sun-breathing. This confirms Shinjiro Rengoku's implication that sun-breathing is a thing of destiny. Muzan Kibutsuji is famously anti-sun-breathing, so it's either fortunate, or by design that he didn't attack the Kamados until after Tanjiro had passed away. Tanjiro's own near-mastery of sun-breathing is almost certainly the Demon Slayer Corps' greatest hope for ridding Japan of demons. If Tanjiro had lived long enough to properly train his son in the ways of sun-breathing or fight using his own mastery of the style, Demon Slayer may have been a much shorter series.